everybody, Suzanne Lyons here again. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome back. I promised you last time that in this 10-tip series on social media networking and marketing and the importance of media and marketing online, I would have Anthony Gomez, who some of you have met before because he's come in and shared different tips and ideas with us and suggestions along the way over this past year. My God, Anthony, do you know it's been more than a year? We're almost like, 12 or 13 months? We're 13 months in. Mm-hmm. 13 months in. We started shooting them last February, and I think the first one was out last March 8th, 2010. Yes. No, 2011. 2011. Yeah. And so, you know what that makes? We don't want to do that. That makes this one, the one that we're doing today, tip number 5, the 105th tip.
That's a lot.
How cool is that?
That's a lot of videos.
Yeah. Okay, so we shot a lot of videos.
Yeah.
Poor Anthony.
Yeah.
And he's the person who shot all the videos. Oh my God. And I'm just so happy to get him from behind the camera up in front of the camera because he is a wealth of knowledge in so many areas. Anthony, as you know from before, he's a writer and a director in the entertainment industry. But what one of his specialties is a social media expert. And where he tends to focus is with these internet videos and kind of what we're doing now, the vlogging, these YouTube video blogs, creating YouTube video channels, and so on and so on. So what I'd like to do is hand it over to him right now and kind of let him run with, for tip number 5, why? Yes, we're on Facebook, and yes, we've got websites, and yes, whatever. We've got a ton of stuff, a lot of us, hopefully, LinkedIn and so on. Why should I now look at going more visual, looking at doing these YouTube videos? What's the purpose? Why would I do that? And what does it entail?
All right. Well, starting a YouTube channel, I would recommend to anybody who wants to brand themselves, especially if you want to get into video, because YouTube has become the ocean of video on the internet. It's the biggest video site online right now. But even though I say that, I do recommend putting your videos everywhere. But let's just start with YouTube now. Now, when I started on YouTube, it was 2006, but it was just just a channel just to watch videos because it was like a new website at the time. Really? YouTube came out in 2005, and in 2006, I just started one up and started watching videos. But at that time, I didn't have a camera, so in 2007, I had bought a laptop that had a camera on it, and I just made a new channel. And at that time, I was thinking, okay, I just got out of college. I want to make movies. So, what would my production company be? And I was thinking, I don't know, Anthony Gomez Productions. I was just really name focused because at that time I was thinking, okay, well, if I do video blogs and stuff like that, at least if I put my name in the production company, then people will kind of know who I am, and also will know the production company name. So AG Productions, and so I just named it AG Entertainment just because it was easy to remember and it had my name in it, and that was a nickname of mine when I was younger. AG, just my initials.
Oh, cool.
So I just kind of put that together, and what happened was I just started talking about video games because I grew up loving video games, and I grew an audience slowly in the beginning. And around, I believe it was 2007, where Google had purchased YouTube, and they had introduced the partner program where they'll be able to put advertisements on your videos and you would be able to make some money. And I remember thinking, wow, that's so cool. If there's a way I can build my audience larger, I want to do this in 6 months. I'm going to do it in 6 months.
That's cool.
And when I started my channel, September 2007, the AG Entertainment one, and I became a YouTube partner by March 2008. Oh, six months.
So you reached your goal.
So I reached the goal.
That's good. Congratulations.
So I was very excited about that. I had gained 1,000 YouTube subscribers by March of 2008.
Wow.
I don't know how many views it was at the time, but I was just talking about video games, using my laptop, talking to the camera, just casually, calmly. And at that time, YouTube was a little smaller, though. It was like a lake, and there was a video game community, and there was communities for a lot of other things, cars and makeup and all that kind of stuff. It was really starting out real small. So
first of all, before I'm going to start, how many times a week did you do the video blog?
Now, at that time, it wasn't that much. I was maybe
Like once a
making
week,
once a
or-
couple weeks or
Okay, got it.
that kind of thing.
All right.
Or it just really depended. It was sometimes I'd make a couple of weeks, sometimes I made one every week or one every couple of weeks. It really depended. And then what happened was I moved into doing movie reviews, and then I started doing movie reviews and then doing video game reviews and talking about games. So I was kind of mixing it up.
Got it.
I post like short films I'd made on that channel and all this kind of stuff. So
cool.
anyways, it was just a way to brand myself so people get to know me and get to know the kind of stuff I like and work with. And if I could change anything today,
Yeah.
was to have one single focus on that YouTube channel. Like, now that we've built your YouTube channel, Suzanne's,
Yeah.
Suzanne talks about tips on how to succeed in the entertainment industry and how you can different. So we talk about social media this time, and you're talking about how to succeed in Hollywood another time. And but anyways, the whole thing encompasses tips on how to succeed in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
So that's your channel, what it's about.
Right, that's true.
But mine was so mixed. It was movie reviews and video games and then short films.
Got it.
And what happens is subscribers are like, wait, I didn't subscribe for movie reviews. I subscribed for video games, and then they might unsubscribe.
I got it.
So I didn't have a one focus on my channel,
Right.
which I wish I had done in the beginning.
Got it.
So if you start a YouTube channel now, have a single focus of what it is. So if you're just going to talk about makeup or you're going to talk about cinematography, just that's all you should talk about, or that's all you should make videos about on that one channel. And if you want to talk about something else, I recommend making another channel to do that.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? And so you can have a network of different channels, and you can say in your videos, if you're talking on your cinematography channel, you say, hey guys, I just made a new channel about screenwriting, and if you're interested in screenwriting, and go check that out. And then if those people are interested in writing, then they can go subscribe to that kind of thing.
Something I want to point out, that a couple things that you started off at the beginning. And one of them is you said that you started from, you didn't say the word passion, but you started from something you loved, which was video games.
Yeah.
And that's where you wanted to start. So was that on purpose that you said, you didn't start to say, oh wow, I want to make money and I want to get more people and da-da-da-da-da. You started from, you know what, I love video games, I love reviewing video games, I love talking about video games, and I'm going to just start sharing my love of video games.
Exactly. And this kind of goes with your love for Gary Vaynerchuk, who teaches about going with your passion. And it has to come from that. I don't ever recommend people doing this for monetary reasons, but there is an opportunity to make money with these videos. And it's possible, and you have to set your goals, as Suzanne has taught. Set your goals and what you want, and you have to have a purpose. I don't recommend just making videos blindly. If you do want to make this just for money, then I do recommend having a set number of goals and what why you're doing it and all that kind of stuff. I don't recommend, though. What's going to happen is, if you do it just for money,
You're right.
over time it's hard, and it's difficult to build an audience.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen is you're going to get bored, or you're going to become frustrated because maybe let's say, for example, you're talking about writing. Maybe you don't really like writing that much, but for some reason you just wanted you had your cinematography channel, like, okay, well, maybe I want to track screenwriters at a channel.
Right.
But then you don't really like writing too much, and you're going to get bored after a while, and then you're going to start slacking on videos or that kind of thing, and then your audience will notice this, you'll get bored, and you might just quit altogether. And it could be just a waste of time.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. I think your audience is going to notice it. If you're not being authentic, if it's not coming from the love and joy and passion of it all, Anthony, I think the audience is going to notice whether you're having an off week or not when it comes to, but if it's about money, then they're going to notice. Where I think what Gary Vaynerchuk taught us, because I know you read his book and he inspired you as well.
Yep. Yes.
It's the crush that we talked about a while ago, or not even that while. I think it was just last week. I think it was, is that we are, when we start from our passion, our true authentic selves are there, and like Gary said, you got to be who you got to be, remember? And I think that's when people get that, and that's when we're more magnetic, and that's when people want to come play with us, is when we're having fun sharing about what we love.
Exactly.
And what we've come to enjoy.
Because it comes from here, and money doesn't matter and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But I'm just telling you though, you have to find your passion first, and I would just say the money will come. You just have to follow your heart and follow what you love most, and the money will come eventually, but you have to be consistent and have a plan, and like Suzanne says, think of yourself as a business and treat yourself as one, because if you don't, like any other business, if you don't put your time into it, it's not going to work.
Yeah, it does take time, and that's the other thing I just want to highlight from the beginning of what you said too, is that you were saying you gave yourself that timeline, which was brilliant, but also the other thing I want to point out is it does take time. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight. You know, getting those fans and getting those people that are tuning into you and subscribing and liking or whatever the various things are that you're using online, it takes time.
Yep.
You know, and I was thinking, oh, it's going to be an overnight thing. It's not. It really takes time. But have the patience to allow that to happen, to have it unfold. Don't go and try to manipulate it in any way, shape, or form, or get discouraged because they're not coming on board quickly. It takes time to build that base, you know, like any company. It takes time to get your clients. It's the same thing with all of what we're talking about here. So that's it. I mean, this has been invaluable as always, you know, always with Anthony. His knowledge is so great, and he's been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, you know what I mean? He's been in the trenches, on the front lines with this whole thing on the whole YouTube channel and online videos and so on. So what's so great about what he's going to do next is, I'm super excited, is that for tip number 6, he's not going to be here with us. He's going to be in his own office, where he's going to guide you through how to set up your own YouTube channel. Is that awesome or what? I am just beyond thrilled that you're going to do that for us, Anthony. I'm so
I just think if you haven't started yet, I just say stop thinking about it, and we're just gonna go and do it. And we'll think of a channel name for you, and we'll just set it up. And just gotta start somewhere. So you know, stop thinking about it and just do it.
Awesome! This is so cool. Oh my God, this is so cool. So you've got a whole week now to kind of think about what it is that you want to share about.
Yeah.
You know, what is it that you love? If it's love, it doesn't even have to be entertainment industry, for God's sakes. It could be like Gary Vaynerchuk mentioned in his book, Your Passion for Tea. He thinks at the end of a year you could be making $100,000, you know, on tea, just because you're sharing all the things that you love about teas, different ways to steep tea, different kinds of tea, different different places to get tea, just by sharing about your love for tea and getting those people around the world tuning into you. So it's, think between now and then what that is for you, so that you've got something to play with when Anthony takes us through that whole process next week. That's it. I know this was a bit long, but this was important because there was a lot of information goes with this, and I think being visual online, a visual medium, is so important. I know we've talked about the other things like blogging and websites and so on, but I think what needs to go with it all is this visual presence. You know, so what you were sharing out today was invaluable, Anthony.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. Okay, that's it, guys, for tip number 6. Have a great week. Thank you again, Anthony, for joining me. I'm Suzanne Lyons, signing out for now. I'll see you, and mostly Anthony, we'll see you next Friday. Bye-bye.